Are you thinking about selling your home in Menlo Park? Is now the right time? Well, let's take a look and see what's going on in the market. Let's dive right in. Whew. That's a good little dive. Let me just dry off here. First thing you're probably going to want to see is the sales price average. Let's take a look at that. So as you can see, sales prices really haven't moved all that much. They've kind of just been moving from left to right. There was a spike a few months ago, but that's because there's such little inventory in East Menlo Park, and that's why you see some graphs in the data here, and I mentioned it before, but if I don't, people always comment, why is your graphs in your data? And the reason is because sometimes there's just no sales, so there's no data to fill in. And if there's an extremely high sale or extremely low sale, and there's only maybe 2 or 3 sales, that'll definitely skew the data for that 1 month. So keep that in mind. But overall, things have basically been moving from left to right, as you can see here. A good indication of what's going on right now is that listed sales price ratio. Let's take a look at that. All right, listed sales price ratio here. As you can see there's some gaps in the data, which, as I mentioned, is because there's just not sales during that time frame. But homes are selling right around asking price on average, which is an indication of kind of what's going on in the market today. Things are kind of more of a normal market. We haven't seen that here in the Bay Area for like 10 years, which is crazy, right? Does that mean it's a bad time to sell though? Well, I'll give you my opinion here at the end of the video. But let's take a look at how long it's taking to sell a property. All right, so is it taking a long time to sell a home? Well, on average, according to the charts here, it's taking about 10 days to sell a property. And as you can see, there's some big skews in the data right here. And that's because, as I mentioned before, even if there's one home that takes a really long time to sell, it's really going to throw out that data, because if you only have 2 or 3 properties and one takes 60 days and the other 2 take 30 days, it's going to throw that data off. Or maybe the other 2 one takes 2 days and 3 take 60 days, right? That'll throw that data off. Just know that there's so few sales in this area that the data can really be skewed in one direction or the other, even just by one sale. So you really have to kind of read the tea leaves and look into the average. But the thing to know here is that a well-priced home is selling for about asking price. If you price it well, it'll sell in less than 20 days. And pricing is essentially moving from left to right. So is pricing falling? Is it falling off a cliff? Well, the answer is really, things are just moving from left to right. Kind of a normal market. So if you're thinking about selling, really kind of depends what you're doing. You can click on the link below and schedule an appointment with me today to strategize and see what's happening with no obligation. And if you're looking for property in the area, just click on the link and you can view all the property that's available in your neighborhood. Looking forward to seeing you next month.